if you're in my salad, soups, and tighter glutes Facebook group challenge right now, then you already have access. Hey, Mama Lena. You already have access to the recipe that I'm sharing right now. But what I'm going to be sharing with you is that soup and salad that I made last night, and then how I'm fixing it up a little different today. It's one of my favorite salads ever to eat. And then share with you some extras that you would be able to get access to if you wanted it, but that I utilize. And then also I'm going to share with you a couple of tips as I talk you through my salad of what we do when we're grocery shopping and things. Yeah. So just as if you were hanging out with me today in my kitchen and you are asking me, what do you and your family do? What do you guys, how do you guys shop and what do you eat? That's kind of what I'm sharing with you today. And I thought, why not share it live on Instagram first? And then I can share that video over into the group. And then that way, if you're just now hearing about our salad, soups, and tighter glutes challenge, then you can ask to jump in. It's going on all week long, and we're giving you free squats, free squat routines to add into your workout routine each day to work your glutes and build stronger glutes and hips. And then we've provided you a full week's worth of lunch and dinner recipes. Of course, salad and soup. But inside that group, if you dig into the file section, for those of you who are already in there, if you dig into the file section, you'll actually see that I've already previously shared lots of different recipes and lots of different meal plans in my previously hosted free groups. So you're welcome to dig into those. Okay, so let's talk about my salad today. This is why I want to talk to you about the salad, because it's one of my favorite salads. So I love I fell in love with this salad, and this is just how I put it together. Now, you can think that I'm kind of a dork, but this is how my brain sees food and how I think about my salad as I'm building it and putting it together. And you do you, okay? All right, so first things first, I recommend, if you saw my post the other day in my free group, I recommend buying bulk whenever possible. So my husband and I, we grab the kids, we make a run to Costco every week on the weekend together, and we have certain staples that we pick out every single week. So there's certain produce items, such as we always pick up a really large spinach or spring mix or romaine or some kind of leafy green at Costco. Another bulk item that we pick up on is berries. We always get berries. We always get apples. We get these clementines or cuties kind of things. We get tomatoes, either big on the vine like that, or the garden ones, or the small ones. And when Costco has them, we get bananas, but when they don't, we just jump over to Kroger. And then what we do is we leave those out. And like this week is spring break, my kids are chowing down on them. My husband was like, I think I need to go get another bag of apples, because we didn't pick up apples at Costco like we normally would. He just picked up a regular small bag, and it wouldn't last in the week, right? So, but then what we do is beyond our staples, the berries, the apples, the oranges, the bananas, we have the kids choose 2 or 3 like special or random or out of the ordinary fruit, right? So this week they chose cantaloupe, was one of the ones that they chose. A lot of times it is kind of a melon variety, because if watermelon's in, they really want to get that, or the honeydew or a pear or something like that. So something a little out of the ordinary. And then on the vegetable side, I already told you tomatoes, and we pick up the spinach or the spring mix, something leafy. We will sometimes pick up celery or carrots bulk. And what we do is, for the carrots, sometimes I'll pick those up bulk and then wind up freezing part of the bag and just use those frozen baby carrots that don't quite make it. You know how like you don't want produce to go bad in the fridge? We will do the huge bag of baby carrots sometimes, and then we probably only make it through about half the pack with it living in the fridge in the vegetable drawer, the produce drawer. But then when it starts to get to where it's been in there a little bit too long, I'll pop it in the freezer, and then we have a whole bag of baby carrots that I can put in for roasts and soups and different things. Like in the crock pot, I could throw it in, or I could throw it into a skillet when I'm making a stir fry or whatever, and that's it, right? So, or lots of different ways you can use the bulk items. Don't be afraid of them going bad. That's what your freezer's for. And since we're featuring, salads and soups, ideally, those vegetables are perfect for your soups when you've decided they're almost going to turn and you don't want them to go bad. Just throw them in the freezer and pull them out when you're ready to make a soup, yeah? Okay, or smoothies. It's really great in your shakes. In my daily shake, I'll take either cauliflower rice or some of those carrots even. I've taken the carrots and blended them up. Zucchini, all kinds of vegetables. You can blend into your shake with your fruits and things, and you won't even taste it, right? Okay, so here's my salad today. So yesterday, last night, I shared in my stories the soup that I made was a butternut squash, and I went ahead and blended in some red pepper and carrots, garlic powder, all that kind of good stuff, and I made a soup. And I'm going to have that later tonight for a repeat dinner, okay? And then what I did was for my dinner, I had with that soup, I had this salad, and I did just the basic, like pretty close to how the meal plan called for it. But then I decided today for lunch, I'm going to have the salad again. I'm craving the same flavors, but I want to dress it up a little bit. And I'm going to show you how I do it. So because people ask me, Angel, I want you to teach me how to eat like you do. And I want you to teach me how to eat healthfully and how to eat in order to either to promote health in my body, two, to like fuel my workouts but also to promote weight loss or fat loss or maintaining the gains that you've already made in your health and fitness journey, right? And so this is how I do it. I learned this system several years ago, and I still live by it, okay? Come rain or shine, hell or high water. Of course, I ebb and flow through seasons throughout the year, but because I've learned it and it's ingrained as part of me and how I think and how I understand food now, it taught me how to understand food. It taught me how to understand the cravings whenever I would have them and what foods to reach for, and then how to make decisions even when I am vacationing, or even when I am when I'm having a holiday, I have a holiday, okay? I don't sit there and think about this stuff. It's part of how I see food, though. So now it's kind of a natural thing, and I really do intuitively eat more. But in the beginning, when I was trying to get control of my appetite, and I was trying to lose the 50 pounds that I was able to lose, and I was trying to figure out, okay, why am I working out and not seeing the results that I want? I had to understand nutrition better and how my body was responding to the food and how I was eating it. So this is a system that I learned. Not everybody loves it, but it's me, and this is how I do it. And so I'm going to show you how I build my salad. And even in the sped up version of my video last night, you saw me use containers a couple of times, but then other times you just kind of saw me with a handful, because I kind of know now, even when I don't have these guys with me, I know how to do it just based on the size of the palm of my hand, the size of my thumb, and it's like ingrained in me. I can eyeball it now, but it's the same process, right? And it only takes a few seconds to understand it. And I know I'm set for life, and I don't have to worry about, binge eating or emotional eating, like throwing me curveballs, like way off and yo-yoing again, like I used to when I had more of like a short-term dieter's mentality, and I never felt great. I never was, I was living, counting calories and things like that. And it just did, that lifestyle sucked my soul dry. I couldn't do it. Okay, I had to learn the purpose behind the types of foods that God gave us in the earth and how they react to my body whenever I eat them on a basic level. And then through the years, as I've grown as a coach, I have, of course, educated myself more. Right now, I'm actually enrolled in a health and fitness, health and nutrition coaching academy so that I can further my understanding even deeper for hormone health and all those things. Okay, so I'm talked way too much. All right, so I always start with my big leafy greens. I usually do 2 or 3 of the leafy greens. So it's about a cup if you want to know. But it usually fills my bowl about that much, and I've had these bowls for years. And then what I do is I usually go ahead and wet my leaves. Okay, I don't like to put all the stuff extra on top, because a lot of times you put the dressing and people are like, oh, that's not enough dressing. And see, we live by these colors. The colors tell me, okay, how much of each kind to help me keep it in balance. So I'm not overly, because I come from a tendency of binge eating, right? Overeating the foods that don't serve me well. And I had to learn how to put those things in balance. Now that they're in balance, everything tastes right. And my taste buds are all corrected. And I don't like crave sugar all the time. Everything's good. So, but a lot of So a lot of times when you see the dressing, people are like, oh, why did my face get weird? That was weird. There you go. Okay, so a lot of people are like, why? That's not a lot of dressing. Well, a lot of times what happens is you're putting it on top of all the toppings. And so you really want the leaves to be wet. So that's a tip right there. So I put the wetness, and this is a poppy seed dressing, not a super clean one, but I know I think Primal Kitchen does one. But what I do is, even if I don't think it's gonna be enough, this is another little tip for you, to wet all my leaves, I cut it with acid, with one of my vinegars. So I'll either do an apple cider vinegar or rice vinegar or balsamic. I love the taste of balsamic with this salad, so that's the one that I'm gonna do. And it just takes a little drizzle, doesn't take a lot, just adds a little extra wetness and flavor. Then I'm gonna load my strawberries on top, yeah? And then I'm gonna top it with, I love these cranberries. And usually a dried fruit. I shy away from those as much as possible, mainly because usually a dried fruit doesn't count, or like doesn't serve to, like, my body does not receive a dried fruit like a fresh fruit. It doesn't have the nutritional benefits that a fresh fruit does, right? So my body is also going to convert it differently for energy, and it's going to be more like a sugar than like a higher concentrated. Then it's kind of like the difference between eating what was I gonna say like, you know, candy and fruit, or the, you know, dry. There's a difference between dried fruit and fresh fruit. So it doesn't, you know, obviously I'm not gonna fill this up with dried cranberry. I'm gonna fill this little guy up, okay? And then it keeps them in proportion. So then I'm gonna do pecans. I love pecans. Our recipe called for almonds, but I prefer pecans. And then I'm gonna do feta. Woo! Everything's feta with feta. And that is my salad. This is like so good, because all these different flavors, whenever they come together on your fork, amazing. And you never want to stop. You never want to stop eating it. So a lot of people ask me about these containers, and they go, oh yeah, I've seen infomercials for those, or I've seen them in Bed Bath & Beyond and stuff. Yeah, you've seen the containers, but the difference is the program that comes with my containers that makes the difference. So obviously, because I represent this program, I'm not going to steer you wrong and tell you, oh yeah, just pick up those containers, because that's not what's going to make the difference in how you eat and how you understand your nutrition. It's going to be how you use them, your understanding of them, and that knowledge is yours for life, okay? Because you can pick up those containers in the store, on the infomercial, or on Amazon or whatever, but you're not going to get me as your coach. You're not going to get the accountability, okay? Or if you're listening in our free group and I'm not your coach, Kathy's your coach, obviously you're not going to get a real life person with that container. You're not going to get the accountability and the group support that we give in our Fit Club and nutrition boot camps. You're not going to get the video library from the trainer who actually developed this program herself, and access to her monthly extras that she gives you every single month. You're not going to get access to the cooking show that she's developed with her chef brother to make all your favorite kinds of cooked recipes in a healthful way, like French toast and banana muffins and all the things that we love to eat. And you're definitely not going to get the workout library that you would get whenever you sign up for it. So I just want to make sure that you understand the difference, because I don't want you to go into the store or online and pick up some color containers because that's what Angel told you to do, and get steered wrong. I would never do that to you. And so I want to make sure that if you're watching this and you're like, man, I can see the potential in those things, reach out to one of us so that we can show you the whole system. That's where the power is to change how you see food, okay? But if you're not interested in that, cool beans. Hope you enjoy the salad, all right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.